As a country, we should stand and hold our heads very high because as Kenya, we are a ranking member of the African Union, a strong member of the African Union. And we have just gone through the electoral process. It was a democratic process where the heads of states were in accordance with the articles of Constitution of the AU were renewing the leadership. So they voted. It was a tight race, as you may have seen. The rules of procedure were followed, but the tally between Kenya and the leading candidate from Djibouti, it was very narrow, 22-26. And then, because of the rules of procedure now pull the candidate with the fewer votes out, then Djibouti took it in the final round. So by all standards, the Honorable Raila put up a very, very gallant fight for the AU leadership. But we now must respect the outcome. He himself conceded and respected the outcome. President Ruto on the floor of the House also conceded and said we respect the outcome, and they all affirmed to support the victor because the African continent is more important than any individual wishes or desires. So ladies and gentlemen of Kenya, who are my brothers and sisters, my message to you is that now this is behind us, let us look forward. And if I had an opportunity in my role as Minister for Foreign Affairs, any other Kenyan who will have been nominated or agreed at cabinet level and is vying for a seat, whether it is in the UN or whether it is in the AU itself or whether it is in any other international body, one of the mandates of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is to lend support to the Kenyan candidate once adopted as a Kenyan candidate. It's not about whether the candidate has won or not won. Okay? So we must move forward now and we must build the African Union.
What goes into lobbying for these kinds of seats? Is it a decision that's made on the floor of the House?
No, it's not a decision that is made on the floor. If you go back and you look at the procedure, notices were given, invitations were put on the table for countries to present names of their candidates, and then they had several months, almost a year, to lobby the different countries. And then the vote is basically the tail end of this process. They even go through interviews. They present resumes. They went through a public debate. Okay? So it's procedural. It's not...
Kenya did everything it could.
Oh yes. I mean, when you look at it,